Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, obviously, we are once again not doing like our normal setup. Honestly, the next few videos may be like this, I don't know. Honestly, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we just, it's easier right now because I have so much to do. I'm going to be trimming wicks, putting lids on these, as well as I have 150 candles that I need to label. So we've got a lot going on right now, as you guys can see. So this is going to be a very like kind of one of my old like sit, talk with me, hang out with me as I label candles and just kind of chill. But yeah, feel free to put me on in the background as you are, running your own business, working on your own business stuff, all that stuff. Let's reach our goals together. I'm really not going to be looking at the camera much except for this first part. And as you guys know, I've kind of done these videos before. You guys really seem to like these. I honestly, the first time I uploaded especially, I really thought, like, I was like, no one's gonna watch this or whatever. And then you guys really surprised me, and a lot of you said that you really like this style of video. So I thought, you know what, this is the perfect time. I've got a ton of stuff to do, so I might as well just, sit down, get it done, and talk with you guys, hang out, very laid back, very chill type of vibe. But anyway, let's get started. So for the most part today, I actually wanted to kind of give you guys an update on just me, my business, what is happening. I know I haven't really given you guys much of an update since like I talked at the beginning of the year about my goals and how much we made in 2023 and all of that stuff. And just kind of talked about some things I wanted to change this year and all of that. And I gotta say, I honestly have not implemented as many of the things that I said that I was going to or wanted to this year. But that is honestly because things kind of took off on their own. It has been a crazy year for us. It's been our best year in business so far, and we're only five months into this year. I think it's May, right? Yeah, it's May. Yeah, so 5 months into this year, and it has already been just such a good year. We honestly so up until I haven't actually looked at this month's for sure. I know we're really close to hitting like what we made. I kind of go month by month, because I just feel like, I don't know, my sales are always like, I wouldn't say unpredictable, but unpredictable, I guess. Yeah, maybe I would say that. I don't know. But it's just like, your sales aren't going to be the same exact what they are, the day or whatever before of the year before and stuff like that, or at least not for me. I mean, I don't know, maybe other people's are, but, because I don't have like a storefront necessarily, or at least not a normal one, which is another thing we're going to talk about here in a little bit, but and stuff like that, where like I'm technically open all the time because it's just through a website and stuff like that for the most part. But for that reason, it's not really like, like it's just a lot harder to track your sales day by day of like, okay, this date last year we made X amount, like I want to make that same amount. Like that is just not always going to happen because sometimes, there are events and stuff like that on different dates and, just different things going on different dates. So anyway, I like to track it kind of month by month. That's just what kind of works for me right now. In the future, when we're, doing even better than we are now, obviously we'll be able to track it more like week by week, etc., stuff like that. But for now, I still track it kind of month by month. But anyway, up until this month, and we probably are pretty close still. I just haven't like looked into like what we made exactly last year and stuff for the month of May. But up from basically from January to April. I don't remember the exact amount that we made last year, but this year we have actually tripled that amount. I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head. I am going to go over that all in a future video, just because I know not everyone's going to watch this or whatever. So I'll kind of break down all the numbers for you guys and just kind of go over all of that. But it's insane that like we've like already, we're like not even technically in busy season and we're already doing just so much better than last year, and every year before this so far, honestly. Like truly, like I'm really excited to see what our busy season is going to be like, and everything, just because I know like that is always the time of year that we make the most money, like by far. And so, sorry, I was like really focused on this week. But yeah, that is always like basically from September until the end of the year. We always make like the most amount of money by far, just from fall and Christmas and all of that. People love fall candles, and then obviously Christmas is right after, so people want to buy gifts and stuff, and even, they're buying stuff for themselves as well, and, all that stuff. But yeah, so it's just kind of insane to me that we have done so well. Even January, like, it has been honestly crazy since February. January was a little bit slower, like usual, but still not as slow as previous years. Like, we were still doing, not, super great, but we were doing decently well compared to other years and stuff like that. We were making more than we've made any other January before. And so, like, even to say that is, really cool and stuff. And it's just been really crazy year of growth, that, like, I wish I could, like, pinpoint to, like, one specific thing or even, like, a few specific things that we did that, could, account for that growth. But the reality is like, I can't. I would say the biggest thing is that, I decided, or me and my wife, I should say, we decided back in January, that this was going to be my last year at my job. Basically, no matter how we were doing by the time I got to, like, to an extent, obviously, if we were like, doing horribly, we maybe would have reevaluated, but thankfully we're not. So, but we decided in January that this is going to be my last year at my job, and not even a full year. We decided basically in August, the end of August, that I would be leaving my job, which is happening, and I am so thrilled. I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And like, it's just such an exciting thing. I honestly can't wait. It's like May right now, and I'm like counting down the days and all of that, and stuff. And so I'm really excited. Just because it'll give me so much more freedom, so much more time to work on my business, to be able to do stuff. I won't be absolutely exhausted all the time like I am right now. To be honest, like, I cannot sit down on the couch anymore, or I just fall straight to sleep because I am just busy all the time. And I know that's not great. I know it's not healthy. I know it's not a wonderful thing, but it just is what it is right now, and I can't really do a whole lot about it. I take off days from work here and there when I can. I take breaks when I can. But it's just, I'm doing what I can and doing kind of what I have to do, which is also why the past few months specifically, like, I've been a little more sporadic with my uploads. I was really doing well for so much of the year, the first like 3 or 4 months of the year, of uploading weekly and stuff, and then just kind of had to not put so much pressure on myself to do that because I was burning out pretty fast. And so on YouTube specifically, and just in general. And so I just didn't want to keep putting that pressure on myself, because I do want this to be something that lasts a long time, and I don't want to burn out, quickly or anything like that, and so, or at all, really, but yeah, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's just kind of the reality, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to be able to say that, like, I'll be able to upload every week from now on, but that's just not realistic at this point in time. I think that once I leave my job end of August, I will absolutely be able to upload more frequently and stuff like that, and more consistently. I guess I should say more consistently. I would say it'll probably be once a week like it was before. Maybe at the beginning of next year, I can maybe try out twice a week. We'll see. I just, like I said, I don't want to, overdo it or anything like that. But usually January is when, like, candle sales kind of slow down a bit because, everyone just spent their life savings on Christmas, which is insane to me. But it is what happens. And so people kind of, take a little break from spending as much money in January and stuff. And so usually candle sales slow down quite a bit in January. So I think if anything, that'll be a good time to really start maybe uploading twice a week or whatever. That is kind of just a tentative plan right now. I have no idea what next January is going to look like or anything for sure. So we'll just play it by ear. But for now, at least, I'm really excited for when August comes and I'm able to kind of be here on YouTube more consistently again. Because I have missed you guys. It's been, I really do miss you guys. When I miss a week of uploading or miss a few weeks of uploading, I don't know. I feel like a really big disconnect or whatever from you guys, and that always makes me sad. Those of you who comment on, like, all of my videos, seriously, like, I just thank you so much. It truly means the world to me that you guys are here, that you care, that I'm missing a candle. I literally just had it. Oh, no, it's this one. Okay, sorry. Brain went blank for a second. But like I said, I love hanging out with you guys and talking with you guys every week and stuff like that. And so truly means the world to me. Those of you who comment on, who comment on all of my videos and stuff like that, or a majority of them and stuff, and we can talk, and it really feels like we're, hanging out and all that fun stuff. And so, but yeah, so leaving my job at the end of August, I think me and Samantha are both ready for it. Like I said, right now it's really hard for me to, like, even, sit down and enjoy a show or anything like that on TV, because I fall asleep, like, almost immediately, because that's just where my life is at right now. I mean, it is like midnight or later. It's probably later, past midnight. I don't know where my phone is, so I can't check. But yeah, past midnight for sure. And I'll probably be here for a while. And then I have to, be at work at around 8:30, between 8:30 and 9 tomorrow. And so it just makes for a lot of long days when you're up late and stuff like that. But I also have to get these orders out, so I can't do anything about it. So, but anyway, I think we're both ready for it. The reason we picked end of August was because last year, like, that is when, like I said, that's when busy season starts, like, really is September through the rest of the year. And, like, I was so tired, like, last year from trying to work full time and handle busy season with the candle business. And it was just, honestly, it was too much. I was, like, dangerously tired, like, to the point where I was, like, kind of afraid to drive to work sometimes because I was so tired that I was slightly worried I was gonna, fall asleep while driving, and obviously that is not something you want. And so, yeah, that's just obviously a dangerous level of tired and everything. And so I kind of was like, I can't do that again this year. And I don't want to obviously, like, I don't want to give up the candle business. And so we kind of just decided, like, it was it was either my job or the candle business. And definitely, as much as I love my job, I don't want to be there forever. And so it was just, we felt like it was time. And so honestly, and I had that talk with my boss like back in January. They knew it was coming, so it was not a shock or anything. They've been super supportive, and everything, and so they are fully aware that I am leaving at the end of August and all that. So I know some of you are probably freaking out that I'm saying all this online right now, but thankfully I work for a really cool place, and it's a nonprofit, and they are super nice, and they even, they support my business. They buy candles from me quite a bit and stuff like that, and so it's, super nice of them. They've been super supportive and everything, and have kind of let me make my own timeline of, phasing myself out and stuff like that and all that, which has been nice. So it definitely is a little bittersweet just because, I love all the people that I work with. They've been amazing. I've worked there. By the time I leave, I will have worked there for 5 years, which is crazy. That's actually, well, it's not the longest I've ever worked anywhere, but it's the longest I've ever worked anywhere full time. So, yeah, I went through a string of jobs that I just absolutely hated, but needed the money for a while. And so, yeah, I would say this was the one I've stayed at the longest because I truly do love it. It's just been, like I said, it's been too much to do both. And, as much as I love being there and stuff like that, I also, I know that, our goal one day is to, work for ourselves and travel more and all that stuff and be able to go see family more, and stuff without having to constantly ask, for time off and stuff like that. Not having to ask permission to, go see our family or go, wherever, and stuff. And so obviously, this is kind of the time when I do that, at least, and hopefully we can get Samantha doing that, in the next couple years as well, or even sooner. And the reality is like, we have a lot of, financial goals and stuff like that, like, buying a house and, just a lot of other financial goals and stuff like that we have for our lives. And the reality is like that was never going to happen while I was working at a nonprofit. I've, like I said, I love working there, but I make crap money. Like, yeah, just not good. Which is why I was able to leave, even though like you guys know, last year we only made like 14,000 total or whatever for the whole year. But like, that's like nearly half my salary. So honestly, it's overall, it's just like, I don't make that much. And so thankfully, we've put a lot in savings and stuff like that. And so, and like I said, I'm definitely not the breadwinner in our relationship, in our marriage or whatever, which doesn't bother me. I know some people are really insecure about that. I really do not care. But like I said, I don't make very much there, and also I've only received one raise in the entire 5 years that I've worked there. I know that they would pay more if they could. It's just they're a nonprofit. It's kind of the nature of what you're getting into. Nonprofits, they're ran off of donations and stuff, and so they don't have tons of money to, put into their marketing department and stuff like that, which is communications is what I work in and everything. And so, yeah, it's a lot of work for very little pay. But like I said, when it's like a job that you really love and stuff like that, it's just, it's worth it. And like I said, have really enjoyed it these past 5 years. But it just, you know, it's time to move on at this point. But on top of that, I know I kind of hit on it a little bit, but I did want to talk about, like, like, how have we gotten here? How have we nearly, or well, actually more than tripled, what we made up to this point last year? And like I said, I wish I could pinpoint like one or two few things that we did. Um, I can't really, like I said, in January we decided that, I was going to be leaving my job, and then honestly, it was literally that same week that just, it was like the floodgates opened, and there was just, like, it's just been busy ever since. Like, I truly can't, like, I always hesitate saying this because I never want people to feel like they can't be here if they don't have the same beliefs as me, because that's just not who I am. But, I do believe in God, and I do believe in blessings and all that, and that's truly like all I can say that it is, because we didn't do any special marketing tactic or any specific, like campaign or thing that suddenly just started working or anything like that. It was just like all these different random connections and things that just kind of fell in place out of nowhere, and, connections that came up out of nowhere that like just don't make sense that they happened and stuff like that and stuff. And so just a lot of really cool things. And so I do truly believe that, like, it's been, it's been like a total, it's just been a blessing, and it's been a total God thing this year, for us. Again, I know not everyone is, a Christian or believes in God, and that's totally fine. You are still welcome here. I never want you to feel like, you have to believe the same as me or anything like that to be welcome here. That's not who I am by any means. So, but for me in my life, that is what I believe. But there have been a few, little things that we did that, I think definitely have helped. And that is, I kind of touched on it, but having sort of a storefront, I would call it like an alternative to having a storefront. It's similar to like having wholesale or something like that. But basically, we just rent a shelf essentially from, it's a skincare place actually, ironically, but they actually have like a whole like back section where they rent out to, they have all these shelves and stuff like that they rent out to businesses, but people can come in and check out. They just check out through like Venmo or whatever. You have like, your little QR code for Venmo and PayPal and stuff like that, set up for them to scan and pay and all that. And honestly, that has been going better than I expected. To be really honest with you, I really didn't know how it was going to go. I'm a little old school, and so sometimes I'm just like these, because I've seen other like whole stores, like, and even Amazon now is like doing a thing, I think, in some places where you can like walk in and buy your groceries and leave without actually like checking out, because they like essentially scan you or something like that as you walk out. I don't know, it sounds super weird, but and so I just didn't really know, like, when I was getting into it, like, if it was going to work out very well. The rent was like $150 a month, and so I was like, you know what, we'll do it for a couple months and just kind of see how it goes. And it's honestly gone a lot better than I expected. And the nice thing is, I really hope that none of the other vendors are watching this video. But the owner has actually, she really liked my candles, and they're a skincare like spa type place, and so she actually now, instead of having me pay, she just takes candles. Basically, like, we have a set amount per month that she can take or whatever, and she burns them in the actual place or whatever, you know, and that way it also, like, a lot of the times, you know, people will ask what scent is this, and then they can literally go pick it up right in the back. So yeah, so that's been really good. And honestly, like, it's saving me a ton of money by doing it that way, because you know, obviously the cost of goods is still there, so there is still some cost, but it's not nearly as much as I would be paying if I was paying the 150. And so, yeah, so honestly, it's been super cool. And, you know, it's been doing pretty well and everything. It definitely is not like I said, it is most definitely not like it hasn't, like, it hasn't been the whole source of why we've earned so much extra this year or anything like that. But it just, you know, is a nice extra income for sure, and has been really good for our business. We usually make, I don't know, I want to say anywhere from 300 to 400 a month, you know, just from that alone. And so, you know, it's not like life changing or anything, but it's an nice extra income for our business and everything. And it's super nice because it's literally like, it's kind of like having a pop-up, but that you don't have to be there for. And you literally just, you know, like, I take candles in and people come, they buy them, they do everything themselves. They check out, they, you know, bag their own stuff. They, you know, I don't have to do anything, which is so nice. It almost feels slightly like passive income. I mean, I know it's not exactly the same as passive income, but it feels much more passive than, like, you know, when people place an order online, because then I have to, like, pack it up and ship it out. I have to take it to the post office and do all these things. When they order through that or they buy from that, they literally just, you know, take them home that, you know, same time or whatever. They just pay me through, I just get paid through Venmo or PayPal, and then they take their candles home, and, like, I don't have to do anything else. And it's honestly so nice. And then from that, we've had, you know, some connections. So, like, one of the owners, like, one of her friends also owns a shop, and so they actually reached out to us about doing wholesale, or they wanted to either do wholesale or something similar to, like, where, you know, I paid, like, a monthly fee. The only thing I will say with getting into that is that you are more on the line. Like, if, you know, like, one, you have to kind of keep track of your inventory. Like, that means I have to go there to the place, kind of keep track of my own inventory and stuff like that. Make sure stuff's not getting stolen, which thankfully I don't think we've had anything stolen. There's always people there, like, working and stuff like that, so, you know, we don't have to worry about that. But it is something that, like, you know, you still have to kind of keep track of. It's a little more work in that aspect, in that you have to also, like, make the candles, drive them, you know, to there and stuff like that. And so it is a little bit more, you know, work on that side of things, than just doing, like, wholesale, where basically the shop, you know, like, takes care of everything, and they just order, you know, whatever they want to order when they want to or when they need it. And stuff like that. And so I will say it's been a little more work in that aspect. Obviously, we make more than wholesale, but I had another shop, like I said, reach out, who was friends of the owners of the skincare place that we're in, and they wanted to do either wholesale or something similar to that, and I did choose to do wholesale. Just for that reason of, especially since right now I'm still working full time, it is sometimes hard. Like, I went, like, 3 or 4 weeks when it was really, really busy for a while, without going to the shop and, like, you know, updating inventory or, you know, putting new candles out or whatever. And that did kind of hurt it a little bit, because, like the shelves were, like, nearly empty, because, like, they had bought so many of the candles and stuff like that, which is a good problem to have. But, you know, when you're, like, feeling pressure to, like, you know, like, restock the shelves all the time, it's just, it can be a lot. And so I did, you know, decide to say, hey, like, I don't think we can do this with any other businesses right now, but we would love to do wholesale. That way, you know, we're just not having to keep track of all that information and stuff. And they were totally fine with that. And so they were actually our first wholesale order through Fair, which was great to finally get. We've been on Fair for over a year, hadn't gotten up to that point a single sale, and because they were a direct customer, I was able to send them my Fair Direct link, and basically what that means is that I don't pay any commission or anything, so I get to keep like 100% basically of the of whatever they order and stuff like that, of the money that they pay for the order and everything, which is really nice. I did pay like a small fee because I have it set to where I get paid like just a couple days after, like a day or two after the order goes through, rather than getting paid out monthly. Which honestly, I'm probably gonna change it to the monthly one, because the processing fee for that is a little bit high. And if you go with the monthly payout or whatever, as far as I know, it's free or whatever. Like, you don't have to pay anything extra. So I just, I'd rather, even though the payout is, way later and stuff like that, I'd rather just, not have to pay that extra fee or whatever, and just, be able to get it, a little bit later, but still not have to pay a fee, which is always nice. So I did basically have to pay a processing fee on that one, but other than that, I didn't have to pay any other fees. There was no other commission or anything like that. And had I had it set up to where I got paid out monthly, I wouldn't have even had to pay that. So that is really the nice thing about Fair Direct orders, is you don't pay any commission or anything like that. So, and then from there, I think, honestly, we did update some things on Fair to kind of be a little bit better, like for the search algorithms and stuff like that. And I still need to go through, like, I haven't had, nearly enough time to fully sit down and go through it all. But I really do want to go through and like revamp a lot of things on Fair, to, show up more, like I said, in their search engine and stuff like that. And I've definitely thought about doing like you can like pay like for advertising through Fair and stuff like that, and I've definitely considered doing that, just to kind of get my foot in the door, get some more orders through there and stuff like that, hopefully get some reviews from that, and then all that helps with your shop's like credibility and stuff like that, basically through Fair. And everything, and it helps you like rank higher in search and all that stuff when people are searching for, candles or whatever they're searching for, and stuff like that. And so that is something I kind of want to focus on, but I honestly don't know that I will have time to anytime soon. It might not be until after I leave my job. Just, when I have more time and stuff like that to work on things like that. But I think because we got that one order, that, like I said, it did help, and the fact that she was nice enough to leave us a really good review and everything, that led to me getting my second order on Fair, which came through, and it was a shop in Tennessee, and they ordered like a few $100s worth of stuff, which was nice. I did set my shop to where, like, basically, like, they only had to order like $100 worth of stuff just for now and stuff, because it was, it's just one of those things that, like, I know a lot of people, want to try out your products before they order a bunch of them and stuff, and so, at least for now, we do have it set to where they can, basically, as long as they purchase within, at least $100 worth of stuff, then they're able to check out through Fair and everything. We may change that in the future or whatever, just because it is a really small wholesale order for wholesale. Like, $100 order is very small for wholesale. And so it's just one of those things that I'm like, don't love it. But I'd rather have, a $100 order than 0 orders. So also just realized I didn't even show you guys, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yep, it's completely blown out. Sorry, you can't see the label, but there, you can kind of see it. These are custom, here, maybe I can like darken it up a bit. There we go. You can maybe see it a little better. But these are custom labels and scents for, they are a marketing company. They do marketing for a lot of big hotel chains and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm just trying to focus. Um, but they do marketing for a lot of big hotel chains and stuff like that. And so I have actually been working with them. That has been one of the crazy connections I was talking about that just don't make sense how they worked out, but they did. And it's been really cool. They've ordered so many candles. Like, this is a 150 candle order, but this is not their first order. They've ordered like a few 50 candle orders. Sorry, I don't. Yeah, that didn't make sense. You know what I mean. They've placed a few orders for 50 candles. They've done like a few that were like 35 candles. They've done like all different amounts or whatever. But they truly have been so amazing. They've been a huge help to us, this year and everything. A huge reason for our success and stuff. They use them as client gifts, and their clients love the candles and stuff, which has been great. So they have continued to order over and over and over again, and it's been awesome, to the point where we made these, we got to make these custom scents and everything, and yeah, that was really fun. And they're already talking about, ordering more and stuff like that. So it's been really, a really nice time working with them and everything. My contact there, she's super nice and everything, and she's been great to work with. So that has been a huge blessing as well. But yeah, like I was saying, we did get our second wholesale order through Fair. And then actually technically a third one after that one too. They said that they found us through Fair, but they were actually here. They're actually another local business here in Omaha. They are a coffee shop here in Omaha, and that's such a cool coffee shop. They have like really like a lot of like retro and vintage like video games that you can play, like Nintendo 64 and like older stuff. I can't even remember some of the names of them, but yeah, stuff that we played when I was a kid, but is now considered vintage and all that stuff, which is crazy. I feel like 100 years old when I say that, but it's fine. But yeah, and so they are a coffee and cereal bar, actually. And so they reached out. They had found us through Fair, but they messaged us on Instagram and stuff, and they were just, like, basically asking something similar to, like, if we wanted to do wholesale or, something like where we pay a monthly fee and just set up there, whatever. And so I did, again, say that I would prefer wholesale at this time. And they were totally fine with that, and they definitely bought quite a few candles and everything, which was nice. And once again, I was able to send them my Fair direct link, and so I didn't have to pay a commission on that one either, which is super great, because I will say, Fair, like, I understand that they need to make their money too, but their fees and stuff, they're a little crazy. And so, it is what it is. I would rather, like I said, pay them to bring me some orders than have, no orders or whatever. But yeah. But it was nice to be able to just, give them a Fair direct link, and they were able to check out that way. And it's really nice because those places, I just deliver them myself, that way, because it's here in Omaha. That way they don't have to, pay for shipping and stuff like that. So it's kind of a win-win for both of us. So yeah, I've now had 3 different wholesale orders through Fair. My church kind of did like a custom order because they wanted to do some Mother's Day gifts. And so we did that. And then from that, I also had one of the members of our church who loved the candle so much. They wanted to do, they're having like a family reunion next month, and so she hired us to basically make some custom candle, or not custom candles, but make the same scent that we had made for the church, basically, for their family reunion and stuff, to give out as gifts to all of their family members and stuff like that. And so just lots of, like I said, lots of really cool just connections that kind of like just, you know, just kind of snowballed and kept going and stuff like that. And it's been really cool to see, you know, all the little things that have, you know, fallen in place this year that, you know, I feel like we were sowing, you know, so much of last year, and I thought that we would kind of reap the benefits of it last year, but I feel like we're really reaping the benefits of, you know, sowing those seeds and everything, you know, last year. I feel like we're reaping the benefits of them this year, which has, you know, been really, really great, and, you know, really life-changing, honestly. The fact that I'm leaving my job this year is, you know, it's an incredible feeling. I'm thrilled. I can't wait. We are saving a ton of money right now, just, you know, to have as a cushion and everything like that, for when I leave my job, but we're hoping to obviously not have to dip into that at all, if we don't have to. But yeah, and then on top of all of that, you guys, some of you probably saw my video on the app Photo Room that I did a couple months ago. And Photo Room actually saw it, and they reached out to me and wanted to do like an interview, and basically, long story short, just do an interview on like what I use the app for, my business, and like about my business, and, you know, how I got started, and, you know, why candles, all that stuff. And so it was really cool. It was actually a really good interview, and everything. And so now they're actually starting to post those different things. Like they're going to be posting one on their YouTube channel. They have an email list that they're going to be sending one out to. They've already posted one on Instagram, which it's linked on my Instagram account, because they like invited me to be a collaborator basically, and so it put it on my profile as well. So by the way, if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. I would love to hang out with you guys between videos. You can follow, it's at the 1994 Candle Co. Go figure. So yeah, follow me on Instagram. I would love to talk to you there. So, but anyway, yes, Photo Room, they are publishing those interviews and stuff like that, along with like written pieces and everything, which is really cool. I, you know, have no idea what kind of connections will come from that or anything. But I'm excited to see, you know, where that goes and everything. And honestly, even if it doesn't go anywhere, the interview was just cool. It was cool to be, you know, a part of it and everything, and cool to, you know, I guess, I don't know, be recognized from them and everything. I mean, they have, you know, they have like over 1 million followers on their Instagram, and I don't know how many across YouTube and their email list and all that, you know, so the fact that, you know, I was able to even be in front of all those people and to have those people hear about me and my business and stuff, is just a really cool opportunity. I am also looking into, I think this is going to be the last thing I talk about because my camera battery is going to die soon, but, and this has been a really long video, I am actually looking into working with an influencer, which is something that I never thought that I would honestly do. Not because I like hate influencers or like hate influencer marketing or anything like that. I'm not against it. I just did not think it was going to be one of those things that I did. But we actually have a local smaller influencer who she promotes a lot of events and stuff like that that we've been a part of, and she has actually bought from us before and like promoted our, like talked about our candles on her channel and how much she loved them and all that stuff, or not on her channel but her on her Instagram, and talked about how much she loved them and all that stuff. And from her sharing that, we got like a ton of orders. Like I want to say, I honestly can't remember exactly how many it was because it was like last year, but I guess I don't know if I would say we got a ton, but we got a decent amount of really big orders. Like they were not small orders. They were like, I mean, like most of them were like $100 or more. And the great thing is like most of those people have come back and ordered at least a second time. 2 or 3 of them order regularly now, and they place like $100 orders or more. Like every time they buy, it's not like a small order. And so that has been really great. And so I'm really thinking because of just from that, you know, that one interaction, and she's, you know, she's incredible. She's super nice, and everything. We've, you know, I've been talking with her and stuff about possible more collaborations and stuff. And I think it's important to be paid for your work. And so I definitely don't want to use her or anything like that. I want to pay her because I feel like people should be paid for their work. And, you know, I am most definitely not, I am not an influencer. So I, you know, definitely don't mind paying one to advertise my products and stuff like that, especially one that actually enjoys them. That's the thing is like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to work with someone who doesn't actually like my products, and stuff like that. Like, I don't want to, you know, like, I don't want them to just be faking it the whole time or whatever when they really don't care about our products or care about, you know, our business and stuff. But but she, you know, like obviously we didn't pay her for the post that she did or anything. And she's posted about us a few times since then, and we've gotten orders every single time. And honestly, the fee for working with her, maybe I'll talk about it in another video, but it's not, you know, like we made way more than what the fee is just from the first time she posted about us. So I'm not too worried about it. I think it will, you know, definitely pay for itself and everything. And so that's another thing that I'm excited about. That's probably coming in the next maybe a couple weeks or so. We're not exactly sure. I'm still figuring out some things because we have a few big events coming up. And so I just want to make sure that we do it at the right time to where I'm not overwhelmed with, you know, stuff to do and everything like that. And we have enough time to get the orders out in a timely manner, and it's not, you know, not too crazy and stuff like that. But honestly, that is a lot of what's been happening this year in my business and everything. And sorry, I know this video has just been a lot of me rambling about my business and stuff. I know I haven't updated you guys in a really long time about, you know, all the different things going on in my business. And so, you know, for those of you who do care about my business, I appreciate you. If you've honestly watched this entire video, like, you're a real one, because like, wow, I know this is probably going to be a long one. I usually don't edit these a whole lot. I mean, I take out, you know, like the really long pauses where I'm not talking or anything like that, and you know, stuff like that. But other than that, I don't edit out a lot of what I'm, you know, talking about in these type of videos. And I know this has been a long one. So, so like I said, if you've watched this far, thank you, truly. But yeah, I think that is really it that I'm going to talk about for now. Just lots of exciting business updates. Thank you guys, honestly, for being here the last, you know, some of you have been here since the beginning, maybe. And I just truly, like, can't thank you enough for that. I'm excited to see where this continues going and everything like that. But for now, I need to get back to labeling these candles, and as you guys can tell, my eyes are probably getting really, really tired. And so it doesn't help, like, when I have lights blinding me. So makes it hard to see sometimes. And so yeah, but anyway, I'm gonna get back to labeling, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you guys would like to continue hanging out, there's gonna be some other videos that pop up on the screen, and I will see you there.